Wow, people dey serious oh. People are ready. They are just getting ready for tomorrow. They don't go print banner. People just dey wait make Monday just reach. They wan go mount go post for EFCC office. And meanwhile, VeryDarkMan don get a massive support from someone some of you regard as the king of Afrobeat. And meanwhile, some of you regard him as one of the big three. And meanwhile, some of you love him and some of you disrespect him a lot. Well, that is the person of none other than Davido himself. Davido don finally talk concerning VeryDarkMan. In fact, he said, outside all the noise, it's good to see that the good one does actually impact lives and people actually appreciate. The support I am seeing for VeryDarkMan everywhere is encouraging. Makes one want to do more for the masses. Free my guy. Free my guy. This is a co-sign from Davido himself. Stamp. Full stamp. And a David account, oh, for those of you that know because they think somehow. Now David account, you understand? So now him by himself. Now he put a full stop, full body mark. The OBO himself has stamped it. And he say make una free guy. VeryDarkMan. VeryDarkMan, as of today, EFCC never talk wetin happen and why they arrest VeryDarkMan. People they say na one gospel musician. People they say na because of GTB. People they talk another thing. So now everybody just dey collect stray bullet. EFCC for those suffering small, no make anybody fall victim over this. Just release official statement about this whole thing so that GTB, for some of you who are calling people daft, that's why some people daft, they think at GTB. GTB, who hold their mouth to come outside to give an official statement? Nobody. The only thing they accuse GTB of is GTB go lock them for exit door for 5 minutes. Are they supposed to do so? Is he a criminal? The only way GTB get that jurisdiction. Now, if they don't alert EFCC, tell them, say, we have discovered some fraudulent activities from this customer, the EFCC will come give directive, owe him there. And because now GTB go inform EFCC, or somebody in GTB, now they inform EFCC of whereabouts of VeryDarkMan. So many branches there, Abuja. How they tell no say at that particular branch now VeryDarkMan dey. More na the reason now. And again, now EFCC cause this whole talk. Well, somebody has accused Davido of collecting bribe from VeryDarkMan. That's why accused Davido of giving bribe to VeryDarkMan. That's why VeryDarkMan no dey call am over the things made they do according to someone though. Well, let's move past that. It's getting massive support, massive love. This kind of love, now some people they beg, they cry, may they get, but they no fit get her. People they jar up for tomorrow. Free VDM go there everywhere. Well, that being said, even Peter Obi himself, Peter Obi, make we check what he write about VeryDarkMan. You see, he writes something about VeryDarkMan. Today. Now I write him about the guy. I think it's this one now. I think it's this. He said the recent development in our nation continue to raise serious concern about the direction we are heading as democracy. The tension in the land aggravated by hardship is being needlessly fueled by our attitude to rule of law and human rights. The arrest of Nancy Vincent, popularly known as VeryDarkMan, though perhaps within the legal right of security agency, was carried out in a manner that left many Nigerians unsettled. The display of force, lacking in transparency and civility. More na lis ten well. Why people they cry? So people say we don't understand why people they shout for very dark man. And an institution to abide by the law is not following their rules and regulations of engagement. And when I toss me person no talk. Listen closely. According to Peter Obi said, the display of force lacking in transparency and civility closely resembled an adoption. Closely resemble kidnapping, adoption. A disturbing method that not only creates fear, but also risks being mimicked by criminal elements. Exactly. How do we differentiate between if na security officers want arrest us or if na kidnappers? When they do the same thing? How can we safeguard our life and our property and ourselves? When criminal will wear masks, EFCC go wear masks, police go wear masks. To understand. Then you go say, if Nigerians begin to struggle to distinguish between legitimate arrest and unlawful adoption, we will lose a vital layer of national security and accountability. Why is somebody not pointing this out? Nobody is saying no arrest very dark man, but arrest it according to the book. Now they do this zigzag, as if anybody can decide to just do it. Arrest him according to your own book, to your own rule of engagement. Not to say to public rule of engagement, to the way it's supposed to be, to the way on a right time. The procedures to arrest. Now Nigeria has no coffee differentiate time again. If this is a rearrest, if this is a Boko Haram, if this is a kidnappers, if this is a armed robber, or this is a police, they cannot even differentiate it. Now later on, they'll call you and say, oh, the police adopt them. Now EFCC arrest them. What those kind of things? Then he also said, this trend is not new. We must recall that even our esteemed judge, the last line of defense for justice, have suffered similar injustice in recent years. When those who interpret the law are treated with such disregard, it is difficult to expect that ordinary citizens will feel protected under the law. Moreover, these methods are beginning to affect our economy and business environment. The backlash directed at GTBank allegedly linked to the circumstances surrounding Mr. Otis' arrest has had serious reputational consequences at a time when investors' confidence is already fragile. We must do all we can to avoid actions that tarnish institutions or undermine the trust of both citizens and the international community. One cannot help but ask, was it impossible to invite Mr. Otis in a civil, transparent, and legal manner? You guys could have easily invite him, then arrest him there. There is no way they're going to invite VeryDarkMan will come. Then he also continue, would that not have spared Nigerians, GTB, and our national image the unnecessary shame and losses we now witness? Similarly, troubling allegations surrounding the so-called adoption of the NAS president, if true. Chairman, I don't tire. Uno bad tire. Now Nigerians like us, they do am. Boys now they do am. But they forget they go leave the institution. Their children will suffer the fate. If not be them. They forget. Karma is real. Carry show that today. Say you dey work with EFCC, your shows that they go up. No worry. One day. all the oppression. One day, now one day, e go reach your body. You go look left, look right, look center. You no go see who you go call. Karma is slow but certain. After Peter Obi write that one finish, guess who go tack one? Guess who? How many of you can guess? Guess. Rino Omokere. Rino Omokere released long essay tackling Peter Obi. See, Rino Omokere 1 hour ago. That man a traitor to the masses. Traitor. So another person may talk about him now. Showore, the real activist may I respect. Showore also talked about the matter and he said, it has been established that the official EFCC unlawfully arrested and detained Martins Vincent, aka VDM, as a means to silence him for accusing the agency and its leadership of corruption. The official EFCC is currently exploring legal avenue to charge him in court, possibly tomorrow, in an attempt to legalize their action. Nevertheless, it is essential to state unequivocally that the Economic and Financial Crime Commission does not possess the authority to prosecute individuals for criminal defamation, criminal libeling, or cybercrime, as these are thought that are typically addressed through civil lawsuit. As a result, the EFCC must release VeryDarkMan immediately. People are not asking the right question. This is unlawful detention. EFCC no get that jurisdiction. EFCC no, people know they talk about that one. EFCC does not have that jurisdiction to arrest that guy. May they start from there. And the way and manner they did it, act as if they're kidnappers. Well, guys, let me know exactly how you feel. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Catch you guys next time. Just in case you are wondering, it's none of your business. One day, it go enter your body, and then you go cry. Nigeria has happened to me. I know how Nigeria happened to me. That is why, because unfortunately, Nigeria happening to us are the same Nigerians like us doing us. Fortunately, man.